only way to see how much water California needs is from space.
It's a twin pair of satellites.
So this is Grace. It looks like a speed bump.
It does. There's another one of these 122 miles directly in this direction.
As these twin satellites fly over California, they get pulled apart as gravity changes below. Areas that have less water have less gravity. Wait, what?
So if there's more water hitting the Earth from rain, there's more gravity.
Absolutely. And it's being noticed about Greenland.
Less and less water there.
Every month, it's lighter and lighter and lighter.
California is also weighing less these days, but you can only measure the difference from orbit.
It gets lighter. And this satellite, this pair of Grace satellites, tells us that unequivocally. It's just data. It's like putting a scale under the continent and weighing it.
The NASA team behind Grace say it would take 11 trillion gallons of water to pull California out of this drought. Look at the latest drought monitor. A large chunk of California moved out of the highest level of drought last week to the second highest level of drought this week. So 1 billion gallons here, 2 billion gallons there, it's all nice, but NASA estimates this fix would take 3 years of heavy rainfall. That is what California needs.
That was very interesting, Dave. Thank you. And, we take a look at the latest drought monitor. There has been an improvement. You look at the exceptional drought, which is this darkest red, the worst drought category, 32%. That's an improvement over 55% that we had the week before. But when you put the 2 weeks back to back, one thing I think that really stands out is there's still a lot of colors on this map. We still have 100% of the state in some form of drought, and most of the state here in the extreme drought, which is the second worst drought category. So again, still significant problem, but these first 2 wet weeks here of December, I think really set the stage for the next time it rains to get more water in streams and creeks and reservoirs, and hopefully then in the snowpack too if we get enough cold air. Reynolds.
All right, Jen, thanks so much. Well, folks, you can find them on every street corner during the holiday. We're talking about lights, but can these mega displays actually alter chemical processes? Well, it's that coming up.
Let the Ancestry leaf guide you on a journey that crosses generations, all to tell the most amazing story, yours. Discover your story. Start searching for free now at Ancestry.com.
So, as my personal financial psychic, I'm sure you know what this meeting is about.
Yes, a raise.
I'm letting you go.
I knew that.
You see, this is my Amerivest managed...
Balances.
No, portfolio. And if it doesn't perform well for 2 consecutive...
Gold.
Quarters,
yeah.
Then Amerivest gives me back their advisory...
Stocks.
Fees for those quarters.
Yeah.
So I'm confident I'm in good hands.
For all the confidence you need, TD Ameritrade, you got this.
Meet Rachel. She's a news anchor with a big personality. She's smart, funny.
Thank you. Badass.
And passionate.
Attack! I'm sorry, I said ass.
But we're about to find out.
It's okay. You'll be fine.
What happens when she gets serious?
This is a story of legitimate wrongdoing on a big scale. Nope, that's made up. Not true. If we're not going to ask these questions now, then when exactly are we going to ask them?
From MSNBC, The Rachel Maddow Show, weeknights at 9.
Currently in our area, 73 degrees under mostly cloudy skies. Today, mostly sunny. High 76. Winds west-northwest at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Tonight, generally clear. Low 55. Winds light and variable. Friday, mainly sunny. High 75. Winds northeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Here's our 7-day outlook.
MegaRed is an omega-3 supplement recognized by the Hope Heart Institute. Research shows omega-3s may reduce the risk of coronary heart disease. The omega-3s in MegaRed are easily absorbed by the body, and it's just one small pill a day. Support your heart health with MegaRed.
Lowe's presents How to Sing a Duet.
bells, all the way.
Give the gift of portable power this season with InstaBoost. Now only $79 at Lowe's.
See this? It shows the pressure points in my tired, achy feet.
I had no clue I was putting this kind of stress on my feet.
I have flat feet. I found this out at the free Dr. Scholl's Foot Mapping Center at Walmart. In less than 2 minutes, I got my foot map and my custom number. I'm a 440.
I'm a 210.
340.
That number matched the Dr. Scholl's custom fit orthotic inserts with just the right support to help relieve stress on my feet. I'm a believer.
Go to drscholl's.com for locations and save $10.
Under the roof of a home or business, damage can happen. When it does, turn to the specialists who put help in the palm of your hand. The Ready App and emergency response plans from 1-800-SERVPRO, like it never even happened.
So much to shop for.
I still have a lot of gifts to get.
I have so many people on my list. Burlington.
They've got bags, they've got boots, PJs, toys,
Watches, coats, great deals.
Barbie dolls. They've got stocking stuffers.
There's always new gifts arriving.
Everything you need.
High five.
Ring ring.
Progresso.
It's okay that your soup tastes like my homemade.
It's our slow simmered vegetables and tender white meat chicken.
Apology accepted. I'm watching you, soup people.
Make it Progresso or make it yourself.
All right, listen up. Out on that field today, you will be ready for anything. And I want you to always remember, this is the greatest team you will ever be part of.
There's important work to be.
Hey, Matt, what's up?
Just looking over the company bills.
Is that what we pay for internet?
Yep, DSL's about $90 a month.
That's funny. For that price with Comcast Business, I think you get like 50 megabits.
Wow, that's fast.
Personally, I prefer slow internet.
There is something about the sweet, meditative glow of a loading website.
Don't listen to the naysayer. Switch to Comcast Business today and get 50 megabits per second for $89.95. Comcast Business, built for business.
Our first trip to Sandals, and he forgets his wallet. What are we gonna do now? So, we didn't need the wallet. Maybe I should apologize to him. Well, let's not get carried away.
Save up to 65%. Call 1-800-SANDALS.
Berries.com. Click the mic and enter code WEATHER. Or call 888-SWEET-90.
Every Sunday night. Get down now! Prospectors, the $1 Million Mountain. Sundays at 9 on the Weather Channel.
Well, the holidays are here. Front lawns are glowing with icicle lights and Santa sleighs.
But we're wondering if there will be any snow out there too, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, winter weather update time. Let's take a look at the little snow that we're getting this morning. It's probably not going to last till Christmas, but we do have some snow out there in around Missouri, including Kansas City, and now into Illinois, almost into Indiana.
Yeah, those holiday lights are going to be looking pretty good in places like Springfield. And I'll tell you, Kansas City, it's going to begin improving. But right now, St. Louis, you've had the 1-2 punch. First part of the system's come through. More moisture back along 64 and 44.
It's fairly light, but it's
Yes.
still snow out there, and temperatures are below the freezing mark, so it's something to consider on the roads. Kansas City, your snow is wrapping up, but we got some decent totals out of this. 4
Absolutely.
inches.
Yeah,
Look at
that report is near 30th Street and I believe Maine. Then you got the eastern U.S. where we could be dealing with this stuff into Christmas.
Yes, so let's fast forward to next week. What we're dealing with today is one thing that's out of here. This is a new system that we're going to be potentially dealing with next week. There's still a lot of uncertainty. A lot of things have to come together before this can happen.
Absolutely.
But there's a chance.
Yeah, we put this into motion. You'll notice that low beginning to lift up over Lake Superior, then it vaults its way over towards the east. Notice those lines of equal pressure really tight.
I do want to point out that blue line is a freezing line, so it was all rain first for like the I-95 corridor before the cold air comes in on about midnight on Boxing Day.
Wondering about this though, with the prevailing wind coming in from the northwest, we have some lake effect activity.
That's a good point, Reynolds. Yeah, a lot to talk about with next week's forecast, something that we're going to keep considering. You look at, again, the wind, you look at the position position of the low. There's so many things to think about. That was our European model. This is a GFS model. It's got a pretty strong, even stronger low pressure, and the precip a little farther north. So
absolutely. Well, interesting time.
Yeah.
Good to possibly see the snow with some lights. Speaking of lights, the holidays are here again. We're talking about the front lawns glowing with icicle lights and Santa sleighs.
Now, did you know that mega displays of electrical holiday spirit could potentially alter chemical processes in your body? Sam Champion illuminates you in this edition of Brainstorm, our deep dive into the wows of weather.
Around the holiday season, our most outlandish home displays have been known to use up to 45,000 LED light bulbs. Now that's on par with the number of bulbs on New York's Rockefeller Center tree. And when they're displayed on a typical residential front lawn, concentrated in an area about 1,000 square feet, such a powerful nighttime light source can produce illuminance of up to 1,800 lux. Think about it, that's almost twice as bright as the visible sunshine on an overcast day. But don't worry about melting the snow. Despite this brightness, LED lights operate on average at just 1 degree above the ambient temperature, so they won't melt your snow-covered front lawn. But while their impact on the environment is minimal, LED Christmas lights can actually affect the human body, meaning they can keep you awake. Such excessive exposure to light during the nighttime can suppress sleeping hormones like melatonin by up to 50%. This can raise nighttime blood pressure by 20 points, which can be similar to the effect from drinking 3 cups of coffee. That's why you're awake. But elaborate Christmas displays can make you feel better. For example, they contribute to the production of serotonin. That's the neurotransmitter governing our sense of happiness. And during the holiday season, production of serotonin actually increases anyway, in up to 45% of all Americans. Happy holidays, and you've been Brainstorm. Sam Champion, The Weather Channel.
All right, that was cool. Let's see. You might want some snow out there for Christmas, right? That's the question everyone's talking about. Who will get a white Christmas? We have narrowed it down to 5 cities with pretty good chances, and we want you to weigh in. Go to weather.com/white Christmas and vote in our online poll. Will Chicago, Buffalo, Philadelphia, Omaha, or Little Rock take the snowflake crown this year?
I mean, you gotta do it. I mean, all the cool kids are doing it. Come on. Yeah, you know, we want to see your videos too. Let us know why you deserve a white Christmas this year, and you can share those with us by simply texting My White Christmas to 99,000, and you'll be directed on exactly how to upload the video.
Do you want a white Christmas?
Yeah. It'd be kind of cool. I don't want to shovel it, but I'd like to see it.
Yes,
there you
kids
go.
would too. Well, we've got some snow coming down across the Midwest today.
That's right. It's making difficult conditions for drivers out there. We'll get the story on that coming up in just a few moments.
Alex Wallace and Vivian Brown up next.
Currently in our area, 74 degrees under mostly cloudy skies. Today, mostly sunny. High 76. Winds west-northwest at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Tonight, generally clear. Low 55. Winds light and variable. Friday, mainly sunny. High 75. Winds northeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Here's our 7-day outlook.
Thanks for watching the Weather Channel. This is Weather Center Live. Thanks for joining us. I'm Vivian Brown.
And I'm Alex Wallace. Snowy morning in the Central Plains. We're talking up to 5 inches in a few spots.
Yes, and that road continues. Well, it could be a sign of things, of course, coming as we look at the travel conditions for the rest of the week.
Yeah, and take a look at what happened this morning. This is in Oak Grove, Missouri. First responders here, they pulled a woman from an SUV after it slid off the road. No word yet on the woman's condition, but we'll have more on the messy morning commute coming up Right now, let's see where the snow is now and where it's headed with it.
All right, it is across the central part of the country. We were telling you about it yesterday, and today it has definitely come to fruition. So central states midweek snow. We've already had quite a few storm reports. Let's zoom in on one, say right here in Kansas City, because this is the area we were talking about yesterday that could pick up some significant amounts. And voila, there you have it. So far, 5 inches have fallen. And as we look at the current radar, it's still snowing a little bit in the area, even though it is slowly coming to an end. Just a few lighter flurries we'll find in the Kansas City area. But as you can see, most of that has moved over into northern Missouri, including over to the St. Louis area. We've had some passing snow showers for you as well. But as we progress deeper into the afternoon hours, even for you, St. Louis, we think will just lead to mostly cloudy conditions for the rest of the day, with the temperature hovering right around the freezing mark, maybe in the mid-30s for the rest of the evening, St. Louis. Back to you, Alex.
All right, thanks so much, Vivian. And well, you know, those dreaming of a white Christmas got a preview of that dream this morning in Kansas City. Our own Mike Seidel was there as light snow started to fall.
Metro Kansas City getting their first significant snowfall of the season. Up until now, only a ½ an inch had fallen, despite all that cold weather in November. Today's totals generally running between 2 and 3 inches. We did find one 4-inch report in the immediate Metro KC area. Now it's winding down. Temperatures will climb up just above freezing this afternoon. That will certainly help things out. And the evening rush hour will be much better than the morning rush hour was. We had spinouts, vehicles off the road, and accidents. Take you back to before sunrise, and certainly some white knuckle driving around the area as you headed out. The interstates were in pretty good shape. They salted those and they were scraping those, but again, it was the side streets, the neighborhood streets where you had issues. And then about 7:15 this morning, right behind us from our position here in Oak Grove at the truck stop, look at this. We heard the mashup. We saw 2 vehicles pull over. We thought they had sideswiped each other, but what happened, we found out later, this SUV had gone off I-70 westbound down the embankment. 2 female passengers. One was transported to the hospital. You can see that they walked her to the ambulance. So they got her into the ambulance and got her to the hospital to give her a good checkout. Meanwhile, locals and truckers out here this morning.
All right, well, thanks so much, Mike. Meanwhile, we head into parts of the south, and yeah, we're looking in on Houston at the moment. Certainly a sort of a grayish and foggish sky out there for us. We're dealing with that risk for some wet weather to move on into parts of the south here as we head on through the next few days. This could impact us if you are doing a little early getting out for the holidays heading into this weekend. So let's talk about this wet holiday travel that you may have to deal with. Looking at how things are faring for you right now. This is the radar. There's Houston. Dry now, but offshore, that's where we're finding the bulk of any showers and some storms out there for you around Galveston. Looks like you're getting a little wet as well. So again, the bulk of the active weather is offshore at this point. Then we follow a trail of sort of waning showers here across the central sections of Louisiana, working on into sections of Mississippi there for you. So here's the broader view of how things are faring here for us, the water vapor imagery, and you get a chance to pick out different features in the atmosphere. Well, one of them is tracking its way right now through parts of the southwest. That's going to track its way a little bit farther east and help to spark off some more wet weather here as we head on through the next 24 to 36 hours. So there's that disturbance moving on through as that continues to charge its way eastbound. Moisture getting pulled northward out there, and of course that's going to be necessary for some of these showers and storms to get going. We'll get an area of low pressure developing here for you in southeast Texas, and that'll work its way east through the next few days. All right, so tonight a few more showers and storms get going. We see that expanding in coverage here across Texas, and then by tomorrow, now getting into the lower Mississippi Valley, New Orleans dealing with some of that wet weather, and then quickly by the time we get into Saturday, the rest of the deep south getting on some of the rain. Atlanta, Greenville, Spartanburg, over towards Columbia, you'll be dealing with showers. Farther down, closer to the Gulf Coast, a better shot at dealing with a few thunderstorms there for you. All right, Birmingham, here's how you'll fare. Friday, we'll look for cloudy skies out there for you. Temps generally right around 52 degrees. It's as we head into the nighttime hours. That's when we start to see some of that wet weather begin to move its way on in and linger into Saturday morning at least. So the good news in Birmingham, early Saturday rain. By the afternoon, things should be a little bit quieter and drier. So if you're trying to travel this weekend, your best bet is to hold off there in Birmingham for the second part of the day. Vivi?
All right, well, let's talk about Christmas, shall we? Are you wanting a white Christmas? Well, you know, you need two ingredients. You need moisture and you need the cold air. So let's check out the cold air as we head into the next 7 days, which will take us right into Christmas Day itself. And notice on Christmas Eve into Christmas Day, we'll find a pocket of very cold air building over a good part of the Northeast, but really some cold air coming down and kind of arcing here across much of the Northwest here and the western high plains. This is where we'll find the coldest air. Now, as far as precipitation goes in terms of making a white Christmas, historically, you know the routine. Typically, we have a better chance of a white Christmas across the northern latitudes here from New England, across the northern plains and much of the Intermountain West. A medium chance here where you see the blue, maybe around the Philadelphia area, back to Cincinnati and even Kansas City after seeing a little bit of snow today in the Kansas City area. And of course, the farther south you go, the lesser your chances are for a white Christmas. And that certainly could be the case this year. We'll definitely keep you updated. Alex?
All right, so will you have a white Christmas? Well, we're going to break it down region by region. And it's looking good for millions from parts of the Great Lakes to the Northeast. We'll let you know when the flakes will start falling and if the snow will be a major headache for holiday travel. Of course, a busy spot and destination for many during the holidays is New York City. Here's a look, the Rockefeller tree there. Always a pretty picture. Not a bad day to start things off here for you on your Thursday. Folks milling around and enjoying their time in the Big Apple. We'll be back right after your local on the 8s.
From I wonder what it is to you'll never guess. Everything from LL Bean is backed by the same rock-solid guarantee. So while they keep guessing, you know that we'll take it back or replace it. LL Bean, guaranteed to please.
Lowe's presents How to Sing a Duet.
Bells, bells, all the way.
Give the gift of portable power this season with InstaBoost. Now only $79 at Lowe's.
MegaRed is an omega-3 supplement recognized by the Hope Heart Institute. Research shows omega-3s may reduce the risk of coronary heart disease. The omega-3s in MegaRed are easily absorbed by the body, and it's just one small pill a day. Support your heart health with MegaRed.
Glade invited me to sing How Their Holiday Scent Made Me Feel, which inspired this song.
Fill the air with joyful noise. Ring the bell and raise your voice. Let there be peace on earth. Let there be peace on earth. Let your light and let it shine. Let it shine, shine, shine.
Glade Sparkling Spruce. Feel anticipation. Feel Glade.
SC Johnson, a family company.
Currently in our area, 74 degrees under mostly cloudy skies. Today, mostly sunny. High 76. Winds west-northwest at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Tonight, generally clear. Low 55. Winds light and variable. Friday, mainly sunny. High 75. Winds northeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Here's our 7-day outlook.
See this winter like never before. Amazing starts here. The Weather Channel Mornings.
When the best minds can't solve the crime, it takes an agent with a little something extra.
What is that thing on your lip?
Some find it quite appealing.
Please, you know I have a sympathetic gag reflex.
On January 23rd.
I thought I'd see how you secret agent men run the world.
You
should see the other film. Action has a whole new name.
Mordecai.
Darling, please, you are killing me. Johnny Depp is Mordecai in theaters January 23rd.
Zantac heartburn alert! Stop! Nexium can take 24 hours to work. Zantac's different. Zantac rushes relief in as little as 30 minutes. For relief without the wait, try Zantac. No pill relieves heartburn faster.
It's only for a couple of nights, okay?
Yep.
It's my parents' rules.
Baby?
Can I help you?
No. I just brought a card.
For me? She'll love it.
Thanks.
In the morning.
Yeah.
It's cold. My body ain't used to this cold weather. I've been in Florida for 20 years, so coming up here is a little bit different. They said the snow, I got worried for a minute because they said maybe 4 inches or something, but it ain't that bad. I like it.
Well, like it or not, FedEx drivers dealt with snow and cold, hauling holiday gifts in this week before Christmas.
But they are doing exactly what a lot of us will be doing as we face a wintry challenge. Now, from Chicago to Pittsburgh, you could be looking at wintry weather for the big holiday itself.
The threat starts Christmas Eve, so let's show you why.
All right, here it is. All of the keys will be coming together. Which key will be the magic key? We'll let you know. Now, the eastern U.S. storm for Christmas week. Let's follow it for you because right now we're watching a system that's exiting New England. You can see it's still pulling back in a little bit of snow over the northern parts of Maine here, but this is with the system that's moving away. Maybe an additional 1 to 2 inches accumulating in the area. But that's about it. And as you can see, it's not in the New York City area, not in Boston, not in Philadelphia, just dealing with some low clouds for you. But the bulk of the energy and the precipitation with this system is across New England, and it will be moving away. So that will give us time to look down the road a piece as we get this deep dip in the jet stream here. And the jet stream, you know, represents the fastest moving winds in the upper levels of the atmosphere. And it's those fast winds that act as a steering current to systems at the surface. So as we look toward the surface, we're watching another little system that will develop. Now, as we go through the weekend and the beginning of next week, it will kind of start over parts of the South. This weekend, bringing rain to places like Atlanta on Saturday, and then Sunday, it all heads and moves toward the Mid-Atlantic and parts of the Northeast. And then as we begin next week, that's when things will become pretty iffy. So here is a look at the overall forecast now for next week, as some of the moisture and the cold air will be coming in from the western Great Lakes area. And on Christmas Eve, a lot of this will just congeal and come together. And this is the best bet, the best forecast the way it stands right now. On Christmas Day, we may be looking at some widespread light snow anywhere from Pittsburgh over to western and central New York, the upstate area, parts of northern New England. We think it will not be a white Christmas this year in Boston, New York City, Philadelphia, Washington, D.C., but we'll definitely keep you updated. This is the best forecast right now. Alex?
All right, Viv, well, let's take a look ahead to that Christmas forecast. Everyone wondering, will we get that white Christmas? Well, this is the chances for us, and this is all sort of putting in computer forecasts and the models and what it looks like for next Thursday. And the darker areas of blue, that's where it looks like it'll be fairly likely. You get out into parts of the west throughout the Rockies, and then moving your way through the northern plains and upper Midwest, and also decent shot of it here into sections of the interior northeast out there. South, well, doesn't look very likely in those spots. Now, if you look back historically, and we go back to 1981 with this, but Pittsburgh, it's about a 32% chance of getting that white Christmas. Burlington, a little bit higher. It's lesser as you head towards the coast. Boston there for you, about a 19% chance. And it looks like in Burlington, this is how it looks for at least now. Okay, this could change out there for you. But as we head into next week, Monday, Tuesday, quiet and dry. Then we start to bring in the moisture. Now, Wednesday, temperatures stuck in the low 40s. So a bit too warm for anything wintry, but that may change as we get to Christmas Day itself. We start to mix in a little rain with that snow, with temperatures in the upper 30s.
All right, thanks, Alex. Well, heavy rain in the west helped the drought in California, but how much? We'll show you the changes. Plus, we'll explain why snow in the Sierra Nevada is the real drought buster when it comes to replenishing the state's reservoirs. The latest Christmas lights are brighter and more efficient, but they're draining your energy. We have more.
Last winter, it was so cold.
We were not prepared.
So this year, we went to Burlington. Burlington's got every kind of coat you can imagine at really great prices. It's a lot of bang for our buck.
Freezing cold winter? Bring it on.
Christmas is days away, so let's act fast, really fast. Let's do must-have, know-how, just right, right now. Last minute? You got it. Or get one of these. Let's put the list to bed. Add up the savings and count down the days. That's how to holiday. Let's do this. More saving, more doing. That's the power of the Home Depot. Buy a combo kit and get up to $150 toward any cordless power tool, radio, or battery.
This is a pip.
It's part of a Hershey's bar.
We break it.
We bite it.
We sneak it.
We smush it. We savor it.
We love it.
Hershey's is mine. Yours.
Our chocolate.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Hi, Anthony. How much does my discount double check save me?
About $150.
Done.
Insurance, find me money.
I got you $1.
Having insurance isn't the same as having State Farm. There to help you get to a better state.
MegaRed is an omega-3 supplement recognized by the Hope Heart Institute. Research shows omega-3s may reduce the risk of coronary heart disease. The omega-3s in MegaRed are easily absorbed by the body, and it's just one small pill a day. Support your heart health with MegaRed.
I'm Randy White, Hall of Fame football player, and I'm a PC user. And PCmatic is all you'll ever need. In today's internet-connected world, you need the best defense from online threats. PCmatic smashed the record books for virus detection in the latest Virus Bulletin RAP test. PCmatic security is the best and all you'll ever need. PCmatic optimizes your computer's performance and extends its useful life. PCmatic's scheduled maintenance is all you'll ever need. PCmatic costs $150 for 5 computers for the rest of your life. All updates included and no annual renewals for one low price. You'll never need to purchase another security or PC maintenance product ever. PCmatic is made and supported right here in the USA. Take it from me, Randy White, a PC user. PCmatic is all you'll ever need.
1-800-314-8013.
The Weather Channel unearths the investigations, the mysteries.
Nobody was flying the plane.
Why planes crash. Next Monday, here on the Weather Channel.
Stay tuned for your Local on the 8s, brought to you by the Buy Power Card from Capital One. Your card is the key to a new vehicle.
What if there was a credit card where the reward was that new car smell and the freedom of the open road? A card that gave you that I'm 16 and just got my first car feeling. Presenting the Buy Power Card from Capital One. Redeem earnings toward part or even all of a new Chevrolet, Buick, GMC, or Cadillac with no limits. So every time you use it, you're not just shopping for goods. You're shopping for something great. Learn more at buypowercard.com.
Currently in our area, 74 degrees under mostly cloudy skies. Today, plenty of sunshine. High 76. Winds west-northwest at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Tonight, mainly clear. Low 55. Winds light and variable. Friday, a mainly sunny sky. High 77. Winds northeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Here's our 7-day outlook.
That relentless rain, heavy enough to send rocks crashing into homes in Camarillo Springs, to bury cars in mud near Los Angeles, and to knock out power in downtown San Francisco for hours, and even swamped trees, cars, and homes in Northern California. December is the month California finally got some drought relief it needed, but at a tremendous cost. Now, here is a look at the drought monitor. This shows the impact those December rains, of course, have had on the historic drought in the area. So it is improved. As you can see, we are talking about at least only 32% of the state reporting exceptional drought right now. But this time last week, 55% of the state was experiencing exceptional drought conditions. So the heavy rains from the big storm systems that we've had over the last couple of weeks did help a little bit. But you know what? There's another key component to the drought relief picture, and we find it here over the Sierra Nevada, because we did get some snow, and that's really the key now when we talk about long-term drought. We need a significant snowpack to make us assured that we'll have enough water during the spring and summer months. So even though we have pictures of flooding here and there in Los Angeles County in particular, we still are experiencing an exceptional drought across the entire state. Now, this last system did bring some significant snow, so we're about 50% of average in the northern Sierra near the Trinity region, so that is good news, but it's only 50%. Again, we need at least 90 to 100% of the snowpack in order to be comfortable when we talk about come spring and summer season. 42% of the Sierra Nevada is experiencing the snow right now over the central Sierra. And even as we head down to the southern Sierra, at least this is 61% of average to date. So the key is really getting the snowpack high enough to, again, to eliminate the drought scenario. So we'll keep you updated on that. Back to you, Alex.
Thank you so much, Vivian. Well, you know, the holidays, they are here. Front lawns glowing with icicle lights and Santa sleighs. But did you know that mega displays of electrical holiday spirit could potentially alter chemical processes in your body? Well, Sam Champion illuminates you in this edition of Brainstorm, our deep dive into the wiles of weather.
Around the holiday season, our most outlandish home displays have been known to use up to 45,000 LED light bulbs. Now that's on par with the number of bulbs on New York's Rockefeller Center tree. And when they're displayed on a typical residential front lawn, concentrated in an area about 1,000 square feet, such a powerful nighttime light source can produce illuminance of up to 1,800 lux. Think about it, that's almost twice as bright as the visible sunshine on an overcast day. But don't worry about melting the snow. Despite this brightness, LED lights operate on average at just 1 degree above the ambient temperature, so they won't melt your snow-covered front lawn. But while their impact on the environment is minimal, LED Christmas lights can actually affect the human body, meaning they can keep you awake. Such excessive exposure to light during the nighttime can suppress sleeping hormones like melatonin by up to 50%. This can raise nighttime blood pressure by 20 points, which can be similar to the effect from drinking 3 cups of coffee. That's why you're awake. But elaborate Christmas displays can make you feel better. For example, they contribute to the production of serotonin. That's the neurotransmitter governing our sense of happiness. And during the holiday season, production of serotonin actually increases anyway in up to 45% of all Americans. Happy holidays, and you've been Brainstorm. Sam Champion, The Weather Channel.
All right, thanks very much, Sam. Well, we are calling it a holiday troublemaker. Snow and rain in the forecast for Christmas Eve.
But will we see conditions like the drivers saw this morning in Kansas City? Coming up, we got to look at where the snow is falling now and, well, who has the best chance of that white Christmas as we head into next week.
All right, let's check in on the press, shall we? As we have hazy conditions right now, it's looking pretty good in the D.C. area as we knock on the door of the White House.
She inspires you, no question about that. But your erectile dysfunction? That could be a question of blood flow. Cialis Tadalafil for daily use helps you be ready anytime the moment's right. You can be more confident in your ability to be ready. And the same Cialis is the only daily ED tablet approved to treat ED and symptoms of BPH, like needing to go frequently or urgently. Tell your doctor about all your medical conditions and medicines, and ask if your heart is healthy enough for sex. Do not take Cialis if you take nitrates for chest pain, as it may cause an unsafe drop in blood pressure. Do not drink alcohol in excess. Side effects may include headache, upset stomach, delayed backache, or muscle ache. To avoid long-term injury, get medical help right away for an erection lasting more than 4 hours. If you have any sudden decrease or loss in hearing or vision, or any allergic reactions like rash, hives, swelling of the lips, tongue, or throat, or difficulty breathing or swallowing, stop taking Cialis and get medical help right away. Ask your doctor about Cialis for daily use and a free 30-tablet trial.
Walmart has everything you need to make your signature Christmas dish.
Mine is mouth-watering mashed potatoes. I mix my russets with milk, butter, and cream cheese to make them super creamy. And yours?
Sock it to me spiral cut ham.
Whoa, you made this?
Yep. I just take a Sam's Choice super premium spiral cut ham from Walmart, bake it flat side down, tint the foil so all the juices can mingle.
Who are you?
Ham Man.
Walmart has everything you need for Christmas dinner at unbeatable prices. Guaranteed by Savings Catcher. Walmart.
Lowe's presents How to Sing a Duet.
Bells, bells, all the way.
Give the gift of portable power this season with InstaBoost. Now only $79 at Lowe's.
Discover Brookside and discover an exciting combination of tastes. Rich dark chocolate covering soft centers, flavored with exotic fruit juices. It's chocolate and fruit flavors like you've never experienced before. Discover Brookside.
Hi, this is Kristen Wiley with a special offer on the latest version of Nuance's Dragon Naturally Speaking. Let me show you. Open Microsoft Word. Dragon allows you to dictate, navigate, and control your computer all by voice, period. It works with your favorite applications like Microsoft Word and web applications, including email and social media, period. Search the web for weather in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Close window. I can use my voice to do whatever I want on the computer, hands-free.
And with this special holiday offer, you pay just $74.99 for Dragon. Order now and we'll include a second copy of Dragon free. You get 2 copies of Dragon to keep for yourself or give as a holiday gift. We'll also include 2 noise-canceling headsets, free. And don't forget about our 30-day money-back guarantee. If you're not 100% satisfied, return Dragon for a full refund. Dragon makes the perfect gift, so call now or visit GiveDragon.com for this exclusive holiday offer.
Say hello to the new Weather.com, a beautiful new design with weather as the main story. The information you need, the site you rely on, the brand you trust. The new Weather.com, the final piece in the Weather Channel redesign. The Weather Channel, it's amazing out there.
Currently in our area, 74 degrees under mostly cloudy skies. Today, plenty of sunshine. High 76. Winds west-northwest at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Tonight, mainly clear. Low 55. Winds light and variable. Friday, a mainly sunny sky. High 77. Winds northeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Here's our 7-day outlook.
Every Sunday night. Get down now! Prospectors, the $1 Million Mountain. Sundays at 9 on the Weather Channel.
Well, welcome back into Weather Center Live. It is Thursday, December 18th. Christmas, can you believe it? Just 1 week away.
Just 1 week away. Oh, no. That means millions will be hitting the road for, of course, the holidays. And right now, we're tracking a tricky system that will be moving across the country next week as well. Take a look. It stretches all the way from Minnesota to Maine, and we are forecasting snow, rain, and everything in between.
Plus, major developments on the West Coast. We are getting a better idea of how much recent storms impacted drought conditions here as another major rainmaker moves in. But first, let's send it on to Viv. She's got a look at some of the weather that is happening right now.
All right, the central states, the midweek, as we talk about today and tomorrow, we're watching all of the snow that has already fallen around the Kansas City area. Again, up to 4 inches fell. So let's show you that system over the Midwest, because we were telling you about it yesterday, actually, and today, definitely the forecast has come true. It is still snowing, a little bit anyway, in the Kansas City area. Officially, the heavier snow is off to the east. So as we push off to the east in St. Louis, we've had some passing snow showers in the downtown area. Not anticipating as much in the way of accumulations for you, St. Louis, as we saw in Kansas City. Sorry about that. So your chances of having a white Christmas from this system, not that great. But even, again, in the Kansas City area for the rest of the day, we'll just be dealing with mostly cloudy conditions, and those temperatures will remain pretty consistent in the low to middle 30s. So here is a look at the local radar, again, out of St. Louis, showing some passing rain showers that we're dealing with right now, and it all continues to push on off to the east. And for the rest of the day, even in St. Louis, we think it'll be mostly cloudy. Back to you, Alex.
Well, I'll tell you, up to 4 inches of snow. That slowed morning rush to a crawl in parts of the greater Kansas City area today. Our own Mike Seidel, he was in the midst of it all.
Here in Kansas City, they went to bed last night with not a flake around and woke up this morning to this. The first significant snowfall of the season. Around town, as much as 4 inches out here in Oak Grove off the eastbound lanes of I-70. We picked up 2 inches of snow. The temperatures all morning stuck right at 28, so it did stick on those cold surfaces. Roadways in pretty good shape now as we get through late morning, early afternoon. We've got, actually, I can actually see the sun through the overcast, so we're getting some radiation. Traffic helping to melt the snow off these roads. Now, this side road has not been treated or plowed all morning, so you have some issues on those streets as you did on the morning commute. Interstate 70, everybody seems to be doing the speed limit coming up Interstate 70 right now. There it is, wet, but not slushy. They got out here pre-treated, salted, and did a knockout job, the folks from the DOT in Missouri and Kansas. Here at the truck stop, we found some truckers this morning, gave us their thoughts on the first snowfall here of the season.
It's the first time I've seen snow in 2 years, probably. So it's different. I like it. I love the snow. I grew up in Illinois and Wisconsin, and I liked it.
And from social media, yes, indeed, plenty of photos of the first snowfall of the season around the KC metro area. Whether you were in Kansas or on this side of Missouri, you had roads that were covered with white for the first time this season. A couple weeks late for our average first 1 inch of snowfall, but you get a sense of what you had to deal with this morning, especially those areas that were not worked on and the elevated surfaces. Those are the usual suspects when we talk about ice, sleet, and snow. I'm meteorologist Mike Seidel, the Weather Channel from Oak Grove, Missouri.
All right, thanks so much, Mike. Meanwhile, we head into the south. No snow here. We look at Atlanta. Cloudy day in the ATL as we see the view of the city from the Coca-Cola World headquarters. Temperatures right now in the upper 40s to right around 50 degrees out there. And the threat for some rain coming in for the weekend. So let's talk about where this is all going to be coming from and how it's going to impact you, because a lot of folks are going to be getting out to do some traveling for the upcoming holiday, and it may be a bit of a wet travel time for some. So right now we do have some showers along the Gulf Coast. The majority of the active weather is offshore at this point. You can see even some thunderstorms here in the Gulf of Mexico. A few light showers around Galveston, but all that activity staying well south of Houston. And a thin line of showers here for you across the central sections of the state of Louisiana and moving your way across the rest of the south with some light sprinkles there in the southern Mississippi. Beyond that, though, things are pretty quiet, just cloudy there. Then we turn our attention back towards the southwest. Got a bit of a disturbance here. That's kicking off a few very light showers here. That is going to work its way east over the coming days and help to provide us with a better chance of rain, Texas and the rest of the deep south in the coming days. So tonight, there's that upper disturbance that's going to be moving east. Moisture, that's going to get pulled northward here from the Gulf of Mexico, and we'll have an area of low pressure at the surface developing. That all will help to enhance our rainfall. We'll see that beginning tonight and then working our way on into tomorrow as well. Rain showers and some storms. Austin, even getting towards the Dallas area. Can't rule out some rain there for you. And then for tomorrow, we see now a good chunk eastern sections of Texas, lower Mississippi Valley, you having to deal with some of that rain. And then by Saturday, it's the rest of the deep south. Now we're all along the Gulf Coast. We'll have the better chance of maybe hearing a few rumbles of thunder. The farther north you head, better chance you'll just be dealing with a little bit more in the way of showers. Light showers. Atlanta working over towards Columbia. A little bit more unstable down around the Gulf Coast. That's why you have a better chance for some storms. All right, New Orleans, here you are. Heading into Friday and Friday night. Thunderstorm chances around out there for you, continuing through the overnight period. But once we get to Saturday, well, you can see things will be a little quieter, not as bright. You may be looking for some sunshine. Not too much on Saturday, but at least it will be a dry time. Viv?
Well, we want you to know that we have turned our weather lab into Winter Weather Central. We're tracking the chances of getting a white Christmas this year. And as usual, where you live will have a big role to play. So let's talk more about this eastern storm that we're watching for Christmas week now, as we have the really deep dip in the jet stream, and we'll get to that in a moment. But right now, this is what we're looking at in terms of the white stuff. A little bit of snow still lingering across the extreme northern parts of Maine. It is not snowing in Boston, nor New York City or Philadelphia. Just a low deck of clouds kind of pivoting around the main area of low pressure that's moving away. Again, that's what's going on right now. But as we look at the setup for next week, there's the big dip in the jet stream. Notice how it pushes all the way down to the Gulf Coast. Now, the jet stream is the upper air wind pattern that pretty much steers systems at the surface. So with the jet stream down here and then the winds moving up into the northeast, that means that all systems that develop will be pulled into the northeast as well. So that moisture will be pulled northward from the Gulf of Mexico and eventually make its way into the northeast. It is too warm, of course, for snow over the south, so we'll begin next week, say Monday, with rain maybe from New Orleans all the way to the central parts of Alabama into Georgia. And then as all of that moisture moves into the colder air, we are setting the stage for a better chance of perhaps a white Christmas across parts of the north. This is a look at Tuesday of next week. Snow showers pushing across the western Great Lakes area, including maybe around Minneapolis and Chicago on Christmas Eve, and then on Christmas Day, Detroit, just outside of the downtown area, maybe some snow showers, but certainly looking at snow in Pittsburgh even, western New York around Rochester and Buffalo, even the upstate area, and maybe a wintry mix across northern New England. Boston, New York City, Philadelphia, we think it'll be partly sunny for you. That's the way it stands right now anyway. Alex, back to you.
All right, thank you so much, Vivian. And well, drought conditions in California, they have improved some. And coming up next, I'll be in the lab to show you exactly what impact 2 weeks worth of storms had on the driest state in the country. Plus, more rain is on the way to the West Coast this weekend. You can see where it's centered on the Pacific Northwest. I mean, we're talking some pretty heavy rains, some cases up to a foot. We'll tell you exactly when that's going to come in.
Currently in our area, 75 degrees under mostly cloudy skies. Today, plenty of sunshine. High 76. Winds west-northwest at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Tonight, mainly clear. Low 55. Winds light and variable. Friday, a mainly sunny sky. High 77. Winds northeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Here's our 7-day outlook.
Surely a vacuum shouldn't just work on carpets. Well, the Dyson DC65 has better overall performance across all floors than any other vacuum. Works for me.
MegaRed is an omega-3 supplement recognized by the Hope Heart Institute. Research shows omega-3s may reduce the risk of coronary heart disease. The omega-3s in MegaRed are easily absorbed by the body, and it's just one small pill a day. Support your heart health with MegaRed.
Doing laundry, Mom. She still does it the old way. I haven't told her I switched to Tide Pods. It's a concentrated 3-in-1 detergent that gives me an amazing clean with just 1 pack. You already knew? I can't keep a secret in this family. That's my Tide.
If you have moderate to severe rheumatoid arthritis like me, and you're talking to your rheumatologist about a biologic, this is Humira. This is Humira helping to relieve my pain and protect my joints from further damage. This is Humira giving me new perspective. Doctors have been prescribing Humira for 10 years. Humira works for many adults. It targets and helps to block a specific source of inflammation that contributes to RA symptoms.
Humira can lower your ability to fight infections, including tuberculosis. Serious, sometimes fatal infections and cancers, including lymphoma, have happened, as have blood, liver, and nervous system problems, serious allergic reactions, and new or worsening heart failure. Before treatment, get tested for TB. Tell your doctor if you've been to areas where certain fungal infections are common, and if you've had TB, hepatitis B, are prone to infections, or have flu-like symptoms or sores. Don't start Humira if you have an infection.
Talk to your doctor and visit Humira.com. This is Humira at work.
If you're driving and you can't see clearly for 1 second at 60 miles per hour, you can't see clearly for 88 feet. And a lot can happen in 88 feet. That's why Bosch created the new Icon with ClearMax 365. It's a rubber technology for longer lasting performance, not found on any other wiper blade. Because like you, Bosch cares about what's ahead.
Lowe's presents how to install a new washing machine with one finger.
Maybe a little more that way.
Nice. Get 10% off major appliances $3.99 or more at Lowe's.
Energizer Ultimate Lithium, the world's longest lasting AA battery in high-tech devices. Up to 6 times longer than the other leading brand.
How do I know what to get my family for Christmas? I let them loose at Burlington. They've got hundreds of gifts, something for everyone. And best of all, I pay much less than the department stores. Now I just have to go back by myself to buy it all.
It's only for a couple of nights, okay?
Yep.
It's my parents' rules.
Baby?
Can I help you?
No. I just brought a card.
For me. She'll love it.
Thanks.
In the morning.
Yeah.
Break the ice with breath-freshening, cooling crystals. Icebreakers.
Well, last week at this time, we were showing you pictures like this. Heavy rain, flooding in California. Well, now today, we're getting in some new data on how helpful this rain was to the state. Place where a lot of your fruits and vegetables come from, not to mention home to millions out there. Yeah, an update on the drought monitor here for us. It's really been a good situation here with all this rain. Again, I know the pictures there, it's a tough time with the flooding, but it has helped us out with the drought situation that has been in place there across the West. Just last week, we were talking about 55% of the state under exceptional drought. That, of course, is the worst category of drought that you can get here, and that's what we were dealing with there in the Golden State. Well, that has improved significantly out there for you. So let's talk about exactly what has happened out there again with several systems coming in over the last few weeks. That has really brought in quite a bit of rain, also brought in a little bit of snow into some of these areas as well throughout the Sierra, which of course has been quite helpful. So here's the very latest. Well, let's actually take you back a week to show you what it was out there. And again, 55%, that's that dark shade of that red of the state in the exceptional drought. Well, again, with these systems that have moved in over the last few weeks, that number has dropped 23%. Now we're talking 32% of the state under exceptional drought. Still got a ways to go, but you can see we have been helped, particularly across the northern part of California. Still got a ways to go in the southern areas there. The exceptional drought still continuing out there for you. But again, we have been helped over the last several weeks, but we need a bit more in the way of that rain to come in with several systems. Of course, several winters have gone by where we've been sort of subpar in the rain category and precipitation category. So more rain is definitely needed, but this is definitely a start. Yep.
Well, talk about a ways to go, Alex, in the rain department in Southern California. So joining me now is the Weather Channel's Dave Malkoff, and he's going to show us. Hey, Dave, so glad you're here. And I mean, it looks as though you're about to put it in its perspective.
Yeah.
And I love these types of scenarios where you can really identify what you're talking about. Okay.
Let me explain what we got here, Viv. The only way to know how much water California has lost throughout this drought is to send up a satellite and they test gravity, and they find out how much water has gone away underneath California. NASA says that's 11 trillion gallons. Now, our studio's pretty big, but I don't think we can fill 11 trillion gallons in here.
Think so.
So what we can do is represent it by 1 gallon of water. Now, Los Angeles County, the Public Works have been able to collect something like 2 billion gallons worth of water in their retention basins, and they push it down into the groundwater where it's really needed. 2 billion gallons, that's not nothing.
No, it's not nothing, but compared
what is
to
it
11
compared
trillion?
to 11 trillion?
Okay.
We're going to count to 14 drops here. Ready? Help me out here.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14.
Okay, stop. This is it. This is what Los Angeles County has collected versus what the state actually needs. So even if every single county in California collected 2 billion gallons, you can see that it's nowhere near what they need. They need 11 trillion. Los Angeles County collected 2 billion.
So 11 trillion gallons a year?
11 trillion gallons to get back up to where they were before the drought. So we're talking we have to have snowpack, we have to have water in the aquifers underneath the ground, and we also have to have water in reservoirs. But right now, California is so dry that they just don't have enough water. The deficit is 11 trillion, and in Los Angeles County, they only got a few drops compared to that.
And we've been talking week after week after week, needing more rain in Southern California in particular. And of course, the wildfires didn't help that situation either.
No, because when the wildfires happen, that tears away all the vegetation on the mountaintops. So when the water starts pouring down the mountaintops, it just spills right out into people's neighborhoods. We saw up in Ventura County that was disastrous. We had all those rocks that fell
instead of really being collected in the aquifers.
Yes.
Okay, well, we'll continue to follow this situation, of course, and in the need of more rain for sure in Southern California. Thanks very much, Dave.
Sure.
All right, back to you, Alex.
Oh, great stuff. Well, you know, we continue to monitor the potential for a storm brewing for Christmas. Don't want to go anywhere. After your local on the 8th, we'll look at the areas that could see more of this and also breaking down the cities in store for rain and some potentially dangerous winds.
Stanley Steamer is the first carpet cleaning service certified asthma and allergy friendly. It's our new standard of clean. Call about our $99 carpet cleaning special.
Call 1-800-STEAMER. Stanley Steamer, your certified cleaner.
Testosterone therapy, low T therapy, has been linked to heart attack, stroke, blood clot, or death. If you have used testosterone therapy gels, sprays, patches, or pellet implants and were injured, you may be entitled to a cash award. If you're a male, use prescription testosterone therapy and have suffered a heart attack, stroke, blood clot, or death, call now. You may be entitled to a cash award. Call 1-877-668-5816 now. That's 1-877-668-5816.
This thing is getting bigger and bigger.
Mother Nature can absolutely change people.
I'm ready to get out of here and create a new track.
This is a tornado emergency.
It was hard to believe weather could do that.
Never seen anything like this in my life.
Currently in our area, 75 degrees under mostly cloudy skies. Today, plenty of sunshine. High 76. Winds west-northwest at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Tonight, mainly clear. Low 55. Winds light and variable. Friday, a mainly sunny sky. High 77. Winds northeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Here's our 7-day outlook.
Zantac heartburn alert! Stop! Nexium can take 24 hours to work. Zantac's different. Zantac rushes relief in as little as 30 minutes. For relief without the wait, try Zantac. No pill relieves heartburn faster.
Where we go is who we are. And fuels from Exxon and Mobil help your engine run smoother, cleaner, and with better fuel economy. We are energy, and energy lives here.
Here's a great gift idea for the whole family. Now with Walmart credit card special financing.
In a world filled with ultra-high definition picture, the Vizio 4K Ultra HD TV will rise.
It works great with Vizio's 2.1 sound stand.
Where room-filling theater sound and ultra-high def collide.
You know what? You can stop with the over-dramatic movie trailer voice now.
And this time, it's personal.
And now get special financing when you use your Walmart credit card. More ways to Christmas joy. Walmart.
Rich, chewy caramel rolled up in smooth milk chocolate.
Let me know if this gets too hot.
Rolo, get your smooth on.
It's in your nature to love the great outdoors. Don't miss the chance to find the perfect gifts at Cabela's.com. Shop the Cabela's Christmas online event for great deals on all your favorite outdoor brands. Find gifts for everyone on your list at unbeatable prices. Plus, check out our free shipping promotions. Don't miss our Christmas online event at Cabela's.com.
Christmas is days away, so let's act fast, really fast. Let's do must-have, know-how, just right, right now. Last minute? You got it. Or get one of these. Let's put the list to bed, add up the savings, and count down the days. That's how to holiday. Let's do this. More savings.
It's the most wonderful time of the year. With the kids jingle belling and everyone telling you be of good cheer. It's the most wonderful time of the year.
Make the best entertainment part of your holidays. Catch all the hottest hand-picked titles on the winter watch list, only with Xfinity from Comcast. Xfinity, the future of awesome.
At Seaside Palm Beach, we recognize that you may have other obligations in your life. When you're here, you'll be able to bring your laptop. We encourage you to bring your phone. We don't want you disconnected from the rest of the world. Where other treatment centers will not allow you to have these things, we know that you have a life, but we're going to help you live that life better than when you came here. Your transition from chemically dependent to chemical-free will be as painless as possible. Seaside, Palm Beach, please come see us.
314-8013.
The
the wildest weather ever caught on camera. Oh my God! Tonight, tomorrow night, every weeknight, wild weather at 8 on the Weather Channel.
Well, it was a messy and dangerous morning commute across parts of Kansas and Missouri this morning. A woman had to be pulled from her SUV after crashing on a snow-covered Kansas City road. A few inches fell overnight and into the morning. Mike Seidel, he's going to have an update from near Kansas City in just a few minutes. Now, the snow for the Kansas City area will soon come to an end, just short of making it a white Christmas.
But other cities still have the chance to see snow for the holidays. We asked our winter weather expert, Tom Nizzle, to take a look and give us his predictions.
Well, on weather.com right now, we've got a great poll going on to see which of 5 cities you might vote for that has the best chance for a white Christmas. Let's show you the cities and some of the setup here. So we're going from Little Rock over to Omaha, Chicago, Buffalo, and Philadelphia. This is the current snow depth across the country, and about the only place where there's any snow is in and around Buffalo. The city itself, no snow, so, we're probably pretty even with all our cities here. If we take a look historically or climatologically at what the chances are for each of these cities, well, our big snow cities, 40% in Chicago, 44% in Omaha, 57% in Buffalo. Little Rock and Philadelphia, much less chance historically for a white Christmas. Now, as we go into the Christmas time frame, look how this sets up. In the beginning of next week, it's relatively warm across the nation, but as we get into the Christmas day, cold air settling down across the Great Lakes region in particular. About the only city that's out of that cold air is Little Rock. So if we take Little Rock out of the equation, let's take a look at what the weather map is going to look like at the surface on Christmas Eve. This massive low pressure system on the GFS model with cold air coming down on the back side of that could produce a significant snowstorm. The European model is very similar here, just a little further to the west on Christmas Eve with cold air coming down on this side of the system. I'm going to leave Christmas Day open for you to figure out what that weather map might look like and who you might vote for as the most likely city to have a white Christmas. Head to weather.com and you'll get the details. We'll send it back to you.
All right, Tom. Well, let's give you more clues. What are you thinking will have, which city will have a white Christmas this year? Chicago, Buffalo, Philadelphia, Omaha, or Little Rock? All you have to do is go to weather.com/white Christmas and vote in our online poll. Okay, here is a little bit of what you can possibly expect. Looking ahead, the Christmas forecast will help you out a little bit, so you'll have that extra edge if you're going online to vote. Because as we look at next Thursday, Christmas Day, everywhere you see the darker blue, that's where there's a better chance of a little bit of snow. Even the light blue, the possibility anyway, right outside of Chicago. But again, Minneapolis, there's a good chance that you could have a white Christmas this year. So as we look at historical chances, even Chicago, almost 40% of the time you've had a little bit of snow on Christmas Day, and much of the same for Detroit. But what about this year in Chicago? Well, on Christmas Eve, we are forecasting a little bit of snow. Will it continue or last on Christmas Day? We'll have to let you know, but right now, officially, we're forecasting windy conditions in Chicago with temperatures in the upper 20s. So on Christmas Eve, if a lot of snow falls, with it staying cold on Christmas Day, that snow could stick around. St. Louis, we think it'll be rain for you with temperatures in the 40s on Monday and Tuesday. And look at Christmas Day, mostly sunny conditions with temperatures pretty much in the upper 30s. Now, that's a look at the forecast for Christmas Day, the way it stands right now. Back to you, Alex.
All right, well, still to come, we are breaking down new data released today showing just how last week's monster storm helped one state's severe drought. And we're also watching the potential for storms that could mess with your weekend plans. The areas that could see severe weather over the next 72 hours, including some heavy rain like this, as well as damaging winds. Well, nothing like that here. Stop what you're doing. Check out this live look from Fort Lauderdale, Florida. This is lovely stuff, right? Yeah, you're going to be talking about temps near 80. And that sun's going to be out throughout the weekend, along with those amazing temperatures. Don't go anywhere. Weather Center Live continues in 60 seconds.
Currently in our area, 76 degrees under mostly cloudy skies. Today, plenty of sunshine. High 76. Winds west-northwest at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Tonight, mainly clear. Low 55. Winds light and variable. Friday, a mainly sunny sky. High 77. Winds northeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Here's our 7-day outlook.
Watching the Weather Channel. This is Weather Center Live. Thanks for joining us. I'm Vivian Brown.
And I'm Alex Wall. Snowy morning there for us in the Central Plains, up to 5 inches in some places.
And the road conditions could be a sign of things to come during this holiday travel season.
And in fact, take a look at what happened this morning in Oak Grove, Missouri. First responders pulled a woman from an SUV after it slid off the road. Now, no word right now on her condition. We'll have more on the messy morning commute coming up. But right now, let's see where the snow is and where it's headed. Vivian, take it away.
Yeah, we were telling you this time yesterday that the snow would build over the middle of the country, and voila, that's what we've seen. So far this morning, we've had significant amounts over the central part of the country, mainly in Kansas City and spreading over into Missouri. Look at all the storm reports we received from western Missouri into the central and eastern parts of Kansas. Let's zoom in on downtown Kansas City, as we've had 5 inches of snow already. And yesterday, we were saying anywhere from 3 to 5 inches were possible, and certainly that's what we've seen. Now, the snow has ended in Kansas City. As you can see, the bulk of the returns are being found over the central and eastern part of the state of Missouri. Even around St. Louis, we've had some lighter snows in the area. Officially at the airport, reports of overcast conditions right now, but maybe an additional flurry or two. No heavy additional accumulations expected for you, St. Louis. In fact, here's a look at your forecast for the rest of the evening. Mostly cloudy conditions with temperatures in the low to middle 30s for the rest of the day. Back to you, Alex.
Well, you know, those dreaming of a white Christmas got a preview of that dream this morning there in Kansas City. Our own Mike Seidel was there as light snow started to fall, and he compares what he found to what you can expect for the ride home today in KC.
And the evening rush hour will be much better than the morning rush hour was. We had spin-outs, vehicles off the road, and accidents. Take you back to before sunrise, and certainly some white-knuckle driving around the area as you headed out. The interstates were in pretty good shape. They salted those, and they were scraping those, but again, it was the side streets, the neighborhood streets, where you had issues. And then about 7:15 this morning, right behind us from our position here in Oak Grove at the truck stop, look at this. We heard the mashup. We saw 2 vehicles pull over. We thought they had sideswiped each other, but what happened, we found out later, this SUV had gone off I-70 westbound down the embankment. 2 female passengers, one was transported to the hospital. You can see that they walked her to the ambulance. So they got her into the ambulance and got her to the hospital to give her a good checkout. Meanwhile, locals and truckers out here this morning giving us their thoughts on this snowfall.
I'm gonna go take a nap in a Hotel Honda and live. I hope there's a whole bunch of snow here when I wake up and enjoy it.
The odds of a white Christmas in KC is 23%. The past 2 years, they've defied the odds with a white Christmas. This year, it seems unlikely. I'm Weather Channel meteorologist Mike Seidel along I-70 in Oak Grove, Missouri.
All right, thanks so much, Mike. We head down to the Gulf Coast now. Houston, to be exact. Sort of a gray day here for you. We've been dealing with cloudy skies, a little bit of fog here and there as well. And then we've got that risk for some wet weather to take place across parts of the South, which could impact you if you are planning on traveling here for the upcoming holidays. So let's talk about this wet holiday travel forecast as we head on into the weekend. Here's the radar right now in and around Houston. We are dry, but as you head offshore, that's where the bulk of the activity is taking place. Even some thunderstorms out there, some showers around Galveston. We've been following a little bit of wet weather here across parts of Louisiana as well. You can see this thin line of showers here, even getting into the southern portions of the state of Mississippi. Mississippi. And then our attention turns back towards the southwest. Yeah, we've got a bit of a disturbance, and you can sort of pick it out here on the water vapor imagery. We get a chance to look into the middle and upper levels of the atmosphere, and you can see the moisture there, and as well as different features. And this is one of them here that's going to be tracking its way towards the east to help to spread a little bit more wet weather across the Lone Star State and the rest of the South in the coming days. So here's a look at that disturbance here, moving its way out of the southwest. We've got some moisture that's going to be coming in out of the Gulf of Mexico, sliding its way on in. So that's the necessary fuel for some of the rain to get going. Plus an area of low pressure tries to get going here and develop at the surface, and that will work its way eastbound and help to also provide us with a chance for some rain. Now, it doesn't look like this is going to be a very powerful system, but enough to bring us some showers and a few storms. So tonight we see it expanding a bit, our rain. Austin getting into the act up towards even around Dallas. Can't rule out the risk for some rain for you. Tomorrow we spread it now into the lower Mississippi Valley. Jackson, Mississippi seeing some of that rain all along the Gulf Coast, continuing into our Saturday as well. And that's where we think at least the best chance for maybe hearing a few rumbles of thunder. Severe threat going to be pretty low out there for you, but that's where we can at least have the best chance for some storms as you start to work your way northbound. Talking getting up around that Interstate 20 corridor, it becomes a little bit more showery in nature out there for you. So gray skies, Atlanta, back over towards Columbia and South Carolina, just a few showers out there for you. Let's take a look at the forecast in Birmingham. Friday afternoon, the showers come in and linger through our Friday night into Saturday morning. Viv?
All right. Well, will you have a white Christmas? Let's check it out. 2 ingredients needed for sure. You need the cold air and you need moisture. And we do have the cold air. Even today, spread across the Midwest into parts of New England. Temperatures are around freezing in some cases and even in the 20s in other regions. But look as we go through the weekend and the beginning and the middle of next week as we head into Christmas Day itself, we'll keep that pocket of cold air here, but very cold air could build over the western high plains back into the northern Rockies and parts of the Pacific Northwest. But anyway you slice it, the coldest air will be across the northern half of the country. A little too warm for snow this year, perhaps, across the south. So your historical chances, as you know anyway, we rarely get snow over the south, even on Christmas Day. So a low chance this year, but definitely a higher chance the farther north you go. It's based on history and climatology, a good chance that you'll have a white Christmas in the mountains. And we're looking at you, Chicago, this year. Certainly on the outskirts of the city, we could find a little bit of snow on Christmas Eve. So we will keep you updated on that. Back to you, Alex.
All right. So will you have a white Christmas? Well, we're going to break it all down region by region. Looking good for millions from the Great Lakes to the Northeast. And we'll let you know when the flakes will start falling and if that snow is going to be a major headache for those holiday travel plans.
The way we see it, after a heavy snowfall, you have 2 options. You can stay inside or get behind the wheel of the Jeep Grand Cherokee with an available best-in-class 4x4 traction management system to maximize control, giving you confidence in all weather conditions. This is the Jeep Grand Cherokee, the most awarded SUV ever. Well-qualified lessees can lease the 2015 Grand Cherokee Laredo for $369 a month.
MegaRed is an omega-3 supplement recognized by the Hope Heart Institute. Research shows omega-3s may reduce the risk of coronary heart disease. The omega-3s in MegaRed are easily absorbed by the body, and it's just 1 small pill a day. Support your heart health with MegaRed.
Lowe's presents how to install a new washing machine with 1 finger.
Maybe a little more that way.
Nice.
Get 10% off major appliances $3.99 or more at Lowe's.
This is a pip.
It's part of a Hershey's bar.
We break it.
We bite it.
We sneak it.
We smush it. We savor it.
We love it.
Hershey's is mine. Yours.
Our chocolate.
Currently in our area, 76 degrees under mostly cloudy skies. Today, plenty of sunshine. High 76. Winds west-northwest at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Tonight, mainly clear. Low 55. Winds light and variable. Friday, a mainly sunny sky. High 77. Winds northeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Here's our 7-day outlook.
The wildest weather ever caught on camera. Oh my God! Tonight, tomorrow night, every weeknight. Wild weather at 8 on the Weather Channel.
Surely a vacuum shouldn't just work on carpets. Well, the Dyson DC65 has better overall performance across all floors than any other vacuum. Works for me.
So much to shop for. I still have a lot of gifts to get.
I have so many people on my list.
Burlington. They've got bags, they've got boots, PJs, toys,
Watches, coats, great deals.
Barbie dolls. They've got stocking stuffers.
There's always new gifts arriving.
Everything you need.
High five.
And so you can see, you're like right here, I can just, check my policy here, add a car, speak to customer service, check on a claim, all with the tap of my Geico app.
Oh, that's so cool.
Well, I would disagree with you, but that would make me a liar.
No, dude, you're on the Jumbotron.
Yeah, I pretty much walked into that one.
Geico. Anywhere, anytime. Just a tap away on the Geico app.
MegaRed is an omega-3 supplement recognized by the Hope Heart Institute. Research shows omega-3s may reduce the risk of coronary heart disease. The omega-3s in MegaRed are easily absorbed by the body, and it's just one small pill a day. Support your heart health with MegaRed.
It's cold. My body ain't used to this cold weather. I've been in Florida for 20 years, so coming up here is a little bit different. They said the snow, I got worried for a minute because they said maybe 4 inches or something, but it ain't that bad. I like it.
Well, like it or not, drivers dealt with some snow this morning in Kansas City.
And we are continuing to watch the area. So what about next week? Cities like Chicago, Pittsburgh could be looking at wintry weather for Christmas.
Yeah, the threat starts Christmas Eve, so let's show you why.
And as we look at the setup now, we have the eastern U.S. storm for Christmas week. So let's show you what we're talking about. There is the system that we're watching today. It's mainly providing some additional snow across the northern parts of Maine, and then some low clouds kind of being pulled back around the area of low pressure into some of the big cities like Boston and New York and Philadelphia. But this is the system today, and it'll continue to move away. As we look down the road a piece, though, we'll notice the configuration of the jet stream taking a deep dive here. Look at this dip in the jet stream all the way down to the Gulf of Mexico. So that's going to allow the colder air to come in. And we're talking about the systems being steered from the Gulf into the Northeast and the Mid-Atlantic as we go through next week. So here is the setup. Moist air will be pulled northward. It's coming in from the Gulf of Mexico. It'll start off as rain the beginning of the week from Florida back into southeastern Louisiana, maybe around the New Orleans area. Atlanta starting off next week, maybe a little bit of rain for you, and areas in between like back toward the Birmingham, Alabama area on Saturday. But then as we work through the middle of the week, all of that moisture and the cold air will be pulled northward, and that's when we set up the scenario for perhaps a white Christmas. Here's a look at the forecast on Tuesday in Minneapolis. Maybe a little bit of snow, and then this will spread over into Wisconsin. Chicago, we are watching you on Christmas Eve for some snow, and then Detroit, you're in the mix as well. Cleveland, over into the western and central parts of New York. Certainly the mountains of upstate New York, the green, the white mountains of Vermont and New Hampshire looking at snow on Christmas Day. But this is the official forecast the way it stands right now. We don't think we'll have a white Christmas this year in Boston or Hartford or New York City or Philadelphia. That's the way it stands right now. Of course, we will tweak the forecast as we get closer to Christmas Day if it warrants. Back to you, Alex.
All right, thanks so much, Viv. As we look towards that Christmas forecast, everyone wondering about that white Christmas. Are we going to see it? Are we not? Well, this based on on the current forecast shows you what we're thinking for next Thursday, Christmas Day. And dark blue areas, that's where we think it'll be pretty likely. You get into parts of at least the western half of the nation through the Rockies, working your way out into the middle of the nation as well. Northern Plains, upper Midwest, and through the interior Northeast. Farther south, not looking too good. Now, looking back historically, your chances, going back to 1981, Burlington, a good 65% chance. Those chances get a little lesser as you head towards the coast out there for you. Let's talk about what the forecast holds in Burlington first. And you can see Monday, Tuesday, pretty quiet and dry. Wednesday, Christmas Eve, temps in the low 40s, a bit too warm for anything wintry. And then Christmas Day itself, the temperatures come down a tad, and we could mix in a little bit of snow with some of that rain. In Boston for you, actually going to be generally mild here for us as we head into that Tuesday, Wednesday time frame, getting up to 50 degrees on Wednesday. A little bit of rain, a bit of wind as well. And then Christmas Day itself, mid-40s, and the precipitation at that point, in Boston at least, we're done with it.
Well, you know what? That heavy rain in the west did help the drought in California, but how much? We'll show you the changes. Plus, we'll explain why snow in the Sierra Nevada is the real drought buster when it comes to replenishing the state's reservoirs. And the latest Christmas lights are brighter and more efficient, but they could be draining energy from you. We'll tell you how when we come back.
If it's in your nature to love the great outdoors, don't miss your chance to find the perfect gift at the Cabela's Christmas sale. Shop for amazing deals like 50% off Cabela's hunting chest waders, an RLS Plus fly combo, select cold weather jackets, and select camo clothing. Plus, get there early for our Saturday 8 a.m. doorbusters. Don't miss the Cabela's Christmas sale in store and online at Cabela's.com.